Apple cider vinegar, cloudy, golden, and swirling with the so-called mother, is everywhere, promising a natural boost to your health. It's been called a cure-all, from weight loss to glowing skin. And now, many claim it's a powerful probiotic for your gut. The logic seems simple. Fermentation means beneficial bacteria, so ACV must be good for your microbiome, right? But does apple cider vinegar really deserve the probiotic label? Is it truly a reliable source of friendly bacteria? Probiotics are more than just live microbes. They must be proven to benefit your health and survive the journey to your gut. In this video, we'll break down what makes a true probiotic, how ACV is made, and whether its microbes measure up. We'll separate fact from fiction so you know what ACV can and can't do for your gut. Ready to find out if that daily shot is really feeding your friendly bacteria? Let's get started. To know if apple cider vinegar is a true probiotic, we need the scientific definition. The World Health Organization says probiotics are live microorganisms that, in the right amount, benefit your health. But not all fermented foods qualify. 3 things must be true. The microbes must be alive, proven to help humans, and present in a high enough dose. The specific strain matters. Just having live bacteria isn't enough. Each strain must be studied and shown to work in people. So, while ACV contains live microbes, it doesn't meet the strict criteria for a probiotic. True probiotic foods list their strains and doses. ACV does not. To understand the role of microbes in apple cider vinegar, or ACV as it's commonly known, we need to delve into its unique composition. These microorganisms are at the heart of what makes ACV distinct from other vinegars. Let's take a closer look at how it's carefully made. The production process is key to understanding the types of microbes that thrive within ACV. First, a selection of fresh, ripe apples are meticulously crushed and juiced. This initial step provides the raw material, rich in sugars and nutrients that will fuel the fermentation process. Next, yeast is carefully added to the apple juice. The yeast begins to consume the natural sugars, converting them into alcohol. This is a crucial step, transforming the sweet juice into an alcoholic base. This process is very similar to making hard cider, where the sugars are fermented to create an alcoholic beverage. The bubbling you see is a sign of the yeast working its magic. Following the alcohol fermentation, a specific type of bacteria called Acetobacter is introduced. These bacteria are the key players in transforming the alcohol into acetic acid, which is the defining characteristic of vinegar. This acetic acid is what gives vinegar its distinctive sour and tangy flavor. It's the compound that differentiates vinegar from other fermented products. During the fermentation process, a unique cloudy substance often forms. This is known as the mother of vinegar. The mother is a complex matrix composed of bacteria and cellulose, a natural byproduct of the fermentation process. The presence of the mother is generally considered a sign that the apple cider vinegar is unfiltered and unpasteurized, indicating minimal processing. This also means that the vinegar contains live bacteria cultures, remnants of the fermentation process. Many people believe that the presence of these live bacteria is the key to ACV's purported probiotic benefits and health-promoting properties. However, it's important to note that the dominant bacteria found in ACV are Acetobacter species. These are not the same as the Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium strains that are commonly associated with promoting gut health and are found in many probiotic supplements. Acetobacter are highly specialized in the production of acetic acid, which is essential for creating vinegar. Their primary role is acid production, not necessarily the colonization and support of the gut microbiome. So while ACV does indeed contain live microbes and bacterial cultures, it's crucial to understand their specific function. The bacterial composition is different from that of targeted probiotic supplements or fermented foods like yogurt, which contain strains specifically chosen for their beneficial effects on the gut. The presence of the mother is certainly an interesting characteristic, but the question remains, is it enough to confer significant health benefits? To truly understand ACV's impact, let's take a closer look at what these specific bacteria actually do once they enter your body and interact with your digestive system. Are they simply passing through the digestive tract, or are they actively contributing to a healthier gut environment? This is a key question to consider. It's time to delve into the science and find out what the research reveals about the true impact of ACV's microbes on your health. The mother in ACV is mostly Acetobacter bacteria that thrive in oxygen-rich, acidic environments. Our gut, however, is low in oxygen and home to different bacteria like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium, which are proven to survive and benefit our digestive system. Acetobacter haven't been shown to survive the journey through our gut or provide health benefits there. Even if some make it, there's no evidence they colonize the gut or improve digestion. They're more like visitors than residents. Just because a food has live cultures doesn't make it a probiotic. The right type of bacteria matters. The mother is a sign of natural fermentation, not a guarantee of gut benefits. ACV's bacteria are experts at making vinegar, not at supporting your microbiome. So, thinking of ACV as a probiotic is a stretch. Let's put ACV to the probiotic test. First, does it have live microbes? Yes, Acetobacter. But are these the right strains proven to help human gut health? No, there are no clinical trials showing ACV's bacteria provide probiotic benefits. Most research on ACV focuses on its acetic acid, not its microbes. Next, is the dose high enough? ACV's bacterial content isn't standardized and is much lower than in probiotic supplements or yogurts. You can't know how many live bacteria you're getting or if any survive digestion. So ACV fails 2 out of 3 probiotic criteria: right strain and right dose. It's a living food, but not a probiotic by scientific standards. Let's appreciate ACV for what it is, not what we wish it to be. ACV isn't a probiotic, but it does have real benefits, thanks to acetic acid. Studies show vinegar can help control blood sugar after high-carb meals by slowing starch digestion and improving insulin sensitivity. It may also help you feel fuller, supporting weight management by delaying stomach emptying. These effects are modest but real. ACV isn't a magic bullet or a replacement for healthy habits, but it can be a useful addition to your diet. Just remember, the benefits come from acetic acid, not probiotics. Use it wisely and you can enjoy its perks. Let's keep our expectations realistic. The ACV debate highlights a bigger issue. Not all fermented foods are probiotics. Foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, and kombucha are made by wild fermentation, with diverse microbes that vary by batch. While these foods are healthy and may support gut diversity, their bacteria aren't usually studied or proven to provide specific health benefits. True probiotic foods, like certain yogurts and kefir, are made with specific researched strains in high doses. These products list their probiotic strains and see a few counts on the label. Wild fermented foods are great for variety, vitamins, and flavor, but they're not targeted probiotic therapies. Enjoy both types, but know the difference. Fermented foods can be part of a healthy diet, but aren't a substitute for clinically proven probiotics if you need them. Understanding this helps you make smarter choices for your gut. Let's appreciate each food for what it offers. So, where does that leave your daily ACV shot? It's not a probiotic and it won't populate your gut with friendly bacteria, but it can be a tasty, useful addition to your meals, especially for blood sugar control and satiety. Use it as a flavorful ingredient, not a miracle cure. Always dilute ACV before drinking to protect your teeth and throat. If you have digestive issues or take medication, check with your doctor first. ACV can be part of a balanced diet, but don't expect it to do a job it wasn't designed for. Enjoy its tang, use it for its real benefits, and keep your expectations grounded. For probiotics, look elsewhere. Choose foods and supplements with proven strains and doses. ACV is a friend to your health, just not your gut's probiotic hero. Let's use it wisely. If you want to boost your gut health, focus on what works. Eat plenty of fiber, especially prebiotics found in onions, garlic, leeks, bananas, and whole grains. Aim for a wide variety of plant foods. Diversity is key for a healthy microbiome. Add true probiotic foods like yogurt with live cultures or kefir, which contain researched strains in effective doses. Wild fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut add variety, but aren't substitutes for proven probiotics. Manage stress, exercise regularly, and get enough sleep. These all support gut health. Combine a fiber-rich, diverse diet with real probiotic foods and healthy habits. That's the best way to help your gut microbes thrive. Forget the daily vinegar shot for probiotics. Science shows there are better ways. Your microbiome will thank you. Thanks so much for joining us on this gut health journey. We hope you found these tips helpful and feel inspired to take care of your microbiome. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed health tips. Your support helps us keep creating content just for you. Stay curious, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.